I love second and third gear pulls in this car. All right, let's see here. An old farmer right here, he's not gonna like this. Man, there's... Whew. Okay, that's fast enough. What's up, guys? You know, it's been a minute since I've filmed in the garage here, but I've been storing the car in here because I got some other stuff going on in my shop. In fact, this is what I wanted to do with this video, was just kind of give you an update of what's been going on over this past winter. Where am I at now with the car? Maybe some likes and dislikes about the car work, you know, stuff I figured out along the way, and then some future plans of the car and what I got going on with the various parts of my channel and stuff like that. Let's fire up the car and let's go for a drive and we'll talk about everything. Now, it's a little colder today and the car's been sitting for a while, so hopefully she'll fire right up. Let's see how it goes. So what's been going on the last couple of months? You know, it's been a little bit since I've done a driving video, and I haven't had a lot of videos of my Mustang on my channel, which most of my channel's been built around this Mustang, but partly because it's been wintertime and I don't drive the car in bad weather. I don't drive it in the snow. I don't drive it in the rain. I took the heater out a long time ago, so I don't have heat, so can't drive it in the winter if you want to be warm. I haven't been doing a lot, partly because I've been saving up for other parts and other upgrades I want to do in this car. I'm at the point where it seems like a lot of the stuff I have left is expensive, so it takes longer to save up for that. And then I've got some other stuff I've been doing. In fact, you guys have probably been seeing on the channel that I've got that F100 that I've been building, and I'm having a blast with that. I did that Crown Vic swap in the front of that. I did the Mustang S550 rear end in the back of that truck, and dialing it all in, and I'll be doing some wheels and tires pretty soon, and then kind of getting things ready for the engine build that I want to do this next winter, hopefully, if I can get everything lined up. But that's been kind of the plan with that truck. But anyways, so I've been working a lot on that, do a lot of videos on that, and then I bought a couple of I used to have dirt bikes a long time ago, and my son's old enough now that we can go out and go riding, so I picked up a couple over the winter, and I've been working on those, tinkering with them, and I had to rebuild the carb on one of them, rejet it, and replace some parts. And I didn't make any videos on that because I'm not a dirt bike guy, for my channel. I don't know nearly enough about that stuff like I do know about these cars and trucks and stuff. So I didn't want to make a bunch of videos that weren't going to have any value to you guys. So I kind of skipped that part. But I have been doing, new parts for the car. In fact, that's one of the things I like. I like designing parts and pieces. I design stuff that maybe I can't get exactly what I want, or I want a different version of something, or it's just something that's just out of my price range. And while it is expensive to design parts and get them made and set it up so you guys can buy them, in the end, I still get what I want. And so I've been designing some new parts. Some of you guys have seen that on the channel. I've got that. Some of the recent parts, I added a fuel pressure gauge to my fuel line kit that I sell, and that's something that's been nice to have, that little visual representation of where I'm at with my fuel pressure. It's just something fun that goes with the fuel kit that I have. Got this trim ring, so I did that, and I did the boot mount piece underneath it. That every time I've ever had to take this shift boot off, chasing the holes in the sheet metal and through the carpet, trying to figure out where they are because you can't see them. Man, I just hated doing that. And in fact, to the point where I would just, didn't want to do anything with the transmission because I knew I was going to have to fight that transmission boot, trying to find the holes. So I made a trim plate that makes the holes in the same place every time, and then a trim ring just to kind of jazz it up, make it look nice, and clean up the look. And whether it's this raw machine aluminum or powder coated black, something that, again, just a little more custom, a little more different than just that plain flat, chrome trim ring that I used to have on here. One of my most recent parts is that cross member, that front cross member. This is something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. It's just on the list of stuff, trying to get to it. And this crossmember is something that by itself, it's difficult to tell the difference of just one part. And I say a lot on my channel, it's the sum of the parts. And so all of the chassis stiffening parts that I have on my car, they're all adding to how this car feels and tightens it up. Now this is a 60-year-old car, it's tired, it's worn out. So there's some stuff that I can tighten up and replace and make it new again. And in some respects, it's better than new because the car was never this tight, you know, with the suspension feeling and how the steering is connected. And so I enjoy driving this car. I know this is not a GT3 RS. I have no delusion of trying to make some car that compete with that kind of car, but I enjoy my car and I want to make parts that make the car fun to drive, and I love wrenching on my car, so it kind of meets the best of both worlds. So anyways, that's another new part that I was designing. Part of the reason why I do these parts, like I said, is because there's stuff that I want, but it also helps fund the hobby. And I know a lot of you guys have bought a lot of parts that I sell on my website, and I really do appreciate that. That's helping me continue to design more parts, keep this channel going, keep my projects going. And I don't get a chance to say that enough to you guys, but I really do appreciate all the support that you guys give me. And it's fun. Every once in a while I'll be scrolling through Facebook or something and I'll see one of my parts on somebody's car, and it's cool. I'm not gonna lie, guys, that's kind of fun. You know, it's a little bit of pride, you know, just to see something that I designed on your guys' car is, come on, that's pretty cool, right? Maybe I'll cover some of my some of my dislikes. Some of the things, I've got a short list of things that I don't like about my car if we're going to complain about something. And none of these things are things that can't be fixed or can't be dealt with, but some of the things you just don't like and you never really get around to fixing them, but you want to. You know, things like I still have a stupid thermostat housing leak and I hate it. I'm so paranoid of over tightening those the thermostat housing bolts, the 2 bolts that we have, into that aluminum. Good grief, sticky tires pick up all the rocks. Into that aluminum intake manifold, and I'm just afraid of stripping it out. And so maybe I'm just not getting those bolts tight enough, but I'm still fighting another leak, and I'm gonna have to take it apart and redo that gasket. And it's one of those things that just bothers me. And the car's been sitting over the winter, and I just come out one day and I just noticed there's some green, a little tiny green puddle in the bottom, you know, of the timing cover there. I'm like, I know where that's from. And then you can wipe underneath the thermostat housing, and sure enough, there it is. There's a telltale sign that it's got a leak. But that kind of stuff, it really bothers me, and I got to get that fixed. Another thing, while we're underneath the hood there, the V-belt. I would like to do a multi-rib or serpentine belt type of setup on my car. I really don't like the V-belt, and the reason why is I'm afraid of another thing, over tightening the adjustment on the alternator to tighten up that belt to maybe make the squeak go away that I have when turn the car off after I've been driving and everything's warm, but it's not warm enough. It's starting to cool off a little bit, and that belt squeaks just a little bit for, you know, a couple of seconds, and then it's fine the rest of the drive. I know if I were to tighten it up, it probably would go away, but I've broken a belt, of alternator belt before. In fact, it threw it underneath the hood and marked my hood because it broke, and I'm afraid of that happening again. So something that I want to deal with, but maybe getting a serpentine belt or one of those multi-rib belts would, you know, be a better system for me to have than that V-belt. You know, and really, my biggest pet peeve is the hood. The hood on this car, it's a fiberglass hood. It's got a bow to it, and I really, really dislike that bow. I wish I could say I've got some big motor slammed underneath my engine, underneath the hood there, so that's what's bowing the hood, but it's just a poorly built fiberglass hood, and it drives me up the wall. Now that the car's painted, to go back, I still have my steel hood. I kept that from when I replaced this one, but to go back to that steel hood, I'd have to get it repainted to match the car, and I don't have that kind of money right now. And I just hate how it bulges and looks. And every time I drive around, if I can see it, everybody else is seeing it. It's not a tiny little bump, you know, it's a pretty big bulge, and that's something I really wish that I could deal with and take care of. And maybe I'll just go back to my steel hood one of these days. And maybe the last thing on my list, we'll keep the dislikes list short, are these seats. I've been saying it for years, guys, and I owe you some seats. I've been talking about it for a while. I don't really like how they hold me in the car around the corners and stuff. It's fine. They're just cruising seats. In fact, I painted these several years ago with some of that vinyl paint, and it's held up pretty well. You can only tell just on there's some natural creases in this vinyl that the paint hasn't stuck to very good, but the rest of the seats, I mean, the passenger seat looks amazing. It looks brand new. The driver's seat, but I use the driver's seat all the time, right? But I want to get some new seats, and I eventually will do that. All the other go fast parts and suspension parts that I want to get just keep consuming that money, and so I'll get there someday, guys. Sorry. So what about future upgrades? Well, I want to replace the front suspension. I want to upgrade it to something a little better than what I've got now. That's coming down the pipeline. I've been talking about doing the rear end. That's another thing that's been on my list for quite a while. I'm still waiting on parts. I keep telling you guys that, but I am. I found out recently that housings for these cars, there's been a couple of companies that make these housings, and whether they've gone out of business or closed their doors or stopped making whatever, it's making it a little harder to get some of these housings. So it's something that I'm fighting with, just like anybody else who's wanted to upgrade the rear end of these cars. You're gonna have to wait a little bit, and costs are a little higher than I want, but whatever. And then seats. It's still on the future to-do list to replace these seats with something a little more supportive, so I guess that's on the to-do list. And then there's other parts that I like to upgrade, like I like to do the headliner. You know, that Mustang's DeFeer solid one-piece headliner is something on my list that I'd like to do, so we'll see if that'll work out. Awesome, they just put a bunch of new pavement over the potholes, and my tires are picking up all of those rocks. That's awesome. But what are some parts that you guys would be interested in seeing upgraded on the car? You know, I asked that before. I've done some videos where people have asked for a how-to on something, and I've done that. So maybe down below you can tell me if you're something that you're interested in, and I can maybe make a video for you and upgrade that on my car. You know, other stuff that I've got going on, I've got the shop. In fact, that's the way the car has been in the garage. I'm gonna be doing some drywall and some insulation in the shop and getting that going. I need to have the car and truck out of the way, so I'm storing it in the garage so I can get everything moved and prepped for that. I don't know if I'm gonna make a video on that. I mean, nobody cares about me doing drywall and insulation. And I'll do a video after just to show what the changes, but I know you guys don't really care about that probably, but so that's coming up. The F100, I've got a lot of plans for that truck, and that also has been soaking up some of the funds, is spending money on that truck, but I'm having a blast with that thing, and it's been a lot of fun to start over with a new project. And that actually is kind of another topic, is I need another car for this channel. Not that this car is done, but like I said, kind of the stuff that's left are really expensive, and it takes longer to save up for those. I'd like something else. I'd love to do like a Falcon, but I don't know if that would work out well. You know, I kind of do the thing where there's got to be a car that people would watch videos on. Not that there isn't any Falcon owners out there, but I don't know, maybe a little bit later Mustang. I know there's a lot of parts and stuff that I've done to my 66 Mustang that they're not the exact same on the 67 and newer, so maybe getting a little bit newer Mustang and doing that'd be kind of fun. What do you guys think? I'm not really set up to buy a car and do a couple of videos and move on from it. I'm probably gonna have to keep it for a while, so it should be a video or a car that I can do several videos on. But let me know what you guys think in the comments if there's a car like you'd like to see on this channel. Awesome. All right, let's head back to the house, guys, and wrap this up. Woo! We made it. Awesome. So yeah, guys, you know, they say make the videos that you like. One of the things I like are channel updates or where people are at with their project that you don't get to see, maybe some of the behind the scenes stuff or additional stuff from every video they do. I like this kind of stuff, so I thought maybe you guys might like it too, just kind of an update on where we're at with the car, what I've been doing this last winter, some other updates in like the shop and the truck and stuff like that, and some stuff that I want to do with the car, some future updates and stuff like that. So hopefully that was something that you guys got some value out of. And then yeah, I was talking about, I mean, look at this. I can push on this hood and I just hate that. Anyways, all right guys, well that takes care of that, and we'll see you in the next one.